Hey guys, I'm John with Hops and Brews, and if you're like me, at least one time in your life, you probably sat there and thought, you know, I could probably live off just beer alone. So, if you are a follower of this channel, you probably know that March and this time of year, I usually do something special. If you're not a follower, remember to hit like and subscribe. So go ahead and click that right now, and you're going to be able to follow this epic story. Have you ever heard of the beer story where monks lived off of just beer for over 40 days? No? Well, don't worry about it. Today we're going to be checking out Paulaner Salvator, their Doppelbock. Now, this isn't a new beer, but this is a beer that I just really like and want to give a review on it. So let's go ahead and do that. This beer comes in at a 7.9% ABV. A 29 IBUs, it gets an average rating on Untappd of 3.60, with over 123,000 check-ins. With its strong, typically malty flavor, is what we could call the original Paulaner. The bottom-fermented Dopplebock beer combines the finest hops and dark barley malts. Quality and heritage, brewed with uncompromised standards that strictly adhere to the Reinheitsgebot, using only 4 ingredients: water, hop, yeast, and malt, for nearly over 400 years. The Paulaner monks used to drink Salvator as food substitute during Lent. The most famous master brewer was Frater Barnabas. All right, let's get into this beer. Right away, I love the color. It is just, it looks like malt. That's the best part of this beer. Head retention, it stayed up for a little bit, but then kind of went away, but still, you know, it was nice. It was actually very aromatic as I was pouring it. I smelled the malt, but I mean, that is just a beautiful color of amber, copper type, you know, it's almost like dirty copper looking. It just looks beautiful in the light. Oh, it just smells of honey and malt, and I would love to be in the brewery smelling the wort of this. If you know anything about home brewing or brewing beer, just that the wort aspect, the grains and steeping in the warm water and the steam comes out, it almost smells like a bakery, sweet bread style. That's what this smells like. Just reminds you of sweet bread. Oh. I mean, the mouthfeel on this is sublime, teetering on that light to thick body. It's great. It's almost 8%. So it's like it teeters with that imperialness, but it's quite not there, and it reflects that in the body. It's not thick, but it's thicker than thin. All you basically do taste is this wonderful malt characteristic. However, there is a downside. I do taste a little dryness. This could just be an old bottle. You know, unfortunately, that's just what seems to happen a lot of times, I've noticed, is that these style of beers, the imported beers, sit on the shelves of bottle shops a lot longer than, say, you know, the fresh hazy IPAs or anything that you gotta have right away within the first, you know, 4 to 5 weeks. These kind of seem to sit a little bit longer. The good part is, though, they're usually more maltier based and not hop based, so they can last a bit longer. But yeah, you can kind of tell when they're a bit old. But man, when you have a good one, you don't mind it being old because you can still taste the quality. You can still taste everything. It's a hearty beer without it being too thick. So there is an interesting story about this beer. Around 1680, the Paulaner monks brewed this beer to cleanse themselves for Lent in preparation of Easter. They thought of this beer as basically, well, a liquid bread that would cleanse their body and their soul, prepping it for Easter. And it was so good that they were actually concerned that it would be a sin. So they sent a barrel to the Pope in Rome. But during its travels through the Alps and during the Italian summer, which there's a lot of heat and the variation in temperature and altitude, the barrel spoiled. And the Pope was so horrified when he tried it, he sent word back that this nasty of a brew was perfect to cleanse the monks from all sins, and they should drink as much as possible, and thus saving the tradition that the monks had been doing. Technically the monks couldn't sell this beer till around 1780, but there's been plenty of documentation stating that there has been drunkardness around the monasteries. I'm betting they probably made enough profit to keep the brew flowing, type of a thing. But you know, this is an interesting concept of just living off of beer. I mean, let's admit it, all early on, 21-year-old early on drinkers like, oh, I'll just drink beer the whole entire time. Well, if these monks can do it, maybe I can do it too. So here is the goal. For the next 30 days, well, I will try for 46, but the goal is 30, ultimate goal is 46. I will not be consuming any solid food whatsoever. I will only be consuming beer. Now, what I mean by beer, I mean the traditional Reinheitsgebot, German purity law style beers. I'm going to throw in IPAs in there because basically all the ingredients are still the same. You know, hops, barley, malt, they're just overly hopped. But I will not have milkshake IPAs, bourbon barrel-aged beers, the smoothie sours, anything like that. I cannot have brown liquor, white liquor, anything like that. I can't have regular food. I will live off of this. I'm gonna allow myself a couple of liberties. I'm gonna have water, a lot of water. I'm gonna give myself daily vitamins so I can at least get some of that going. And then I'm also gonna allow myself black coffee. No sugar, just black coffee in the morning. I gotta have my coffee in the morning, so I gotta at least live through that. And again, I have enough supply of Paulaner Salvator to last me all 46 days, to at least have one a day. So then I too will be cleansing my body just as the Pope told me to, even though I'm not Catholic. Whatever. Anyways. So I'm gonna be documenting this month a little bit differently than I normally do. I'm gonna be documenting myself having each beer. So there'll be one big, large video at the end, but you're not going to get a month long of these styles of beers where I did the non-alcoholic and low-calorie ones. So I'll still be able to do the regular beer reviews, but they'll still be in the Reinheitsgebot, however you pronounce it, style. But if you follow me on all my social media stuff, that's where you see all of my daily beer drinking and my progress. So at the end of the month, or 46 days, I might make it all the way, you're gonna see some progress. So, should be fun. But also, if you're looking for just a fantastic Doppelbock beer, this Paulaner Salvator is a fantastic beer, and most of the time they come in at like $2.50 a bottle. It's fantastic. Pick some up. Either way, guys, I'll see you this month. And I guess I can call this what? Lunch? Dinner? Breakfast? Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Remember, hit like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media stuff. The links will be at the very bottom of the description. You're really gonna wanna click on those and follow me for this next 46 days. Or 30 days, whatever. This will also be starting March 2nd, all the way toward Lent, if I can make it. Down there, leave a comment or two. Have you ever done this? I know about 2 or 3 other people have done this documented-wise. Maybe you have as well, or have you ever thought about doing an all-beer diet? Be careful. You're going to want to do research and talk to your doctors about this. This is not something to joke about. Okay, I may be entertaining, but this is not something to joke about. But leave a comment or two. Do you think I'll make it? Do you have any beer suggestions that I can drink during the 46 days that are local to me? Or a favorite German European style beer? Let me know. Cheers.